you talk to us about this?
Sure. We actually talked about developer cells a little bit way back at the SI. We're changing the way we're making the game, and this is actually the first result of that. You see, Nokk and Warden are the first operator cell we put into commission for the team.
So let's start with Nook then, out of Nokk and Warden. Nook is a bit of a mystery character.
Absolutely.
Who is she?
She's someone we don't know a lot about and a lot of her is mysterious. You'll find that a lot of her record is redacted. Only really Harry knows who recruited her.
Do you know her name? Is that redacted?
I know her name.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They told you her name.
But I encourage you, if you want to find out more about her, look over the patch notes, look over her bio, kind of pour through the material and connect the dots.
Okay, so go through the patch notes with a finely tooth comb.
Yep.
Or just wait for someone to figure it out and post it on Reddit and have them do the work.
That's an option too.
Okay, so yeah, as we can see, Nook is very dark. She is kind of terrifying, as we saw in the video. What kind of mindset do you have to be in to play Nook?
So Nook is our lone wolf operator. She's anti-intel. Her gadget lets her move between cameras without being spotted if she's being careful, and that suppression of sound lets her surprise the other team. So you want to play her as a flanker, communicating with your team and making distractions.
So Nook comes with a headset. Part of
Yes.
her strength is that she is kind of anti-intel and can relay information to her team with her sneaky ways.
It's a high skill ceiling for her, so communicate with your team, absolutely.
Okay, lone wolf with the headset. And yeah, we saw from the video, her gadget is the Hal, and it gives her partial invisibility. Why is that being introduced now?
So this ability was actually something we thought of back when we were making Nookabee, but we actually found that the defending side didn't really have enough cameras to make it viable. So now when you see a Maestro, Valkyrie, the bulletproof cameras, it suddenly makes a lot of sense to have a character on the attacking side that can avoid these.
So it's a bit of a catch-22. Nook is strong against multiple cameras, but then you also need many cameras to shut her down.
That's it.
And let's take a look at her loadout now. So her primary is the FMG-9 as well as a shotgun, and then her secondary is the it's a USG as well as a very special D50.
That's right. So the D50 now has the option to come as suppressed, which kind of fits well with her kit.
So let's say that I'm picking Nook, which honestly I probably am going to. And I take the SMG for primary as well as the D50, of course.
Of course.
Why wouldn't you take the suppressed D50? How do I choose when to use each gun on attack?
Well, it's a question of lethality and range. So if you want to be really lethal in that close quarters to medium range, use the SMG and then switch over to the D50 when you want to have that longer range, longer line of sight.
Right, so maybe if there's a trap in her way, down a long hallway.
That's what you pull out.
And does swapping your guns, does that bring her out of stealth if you're going between the SMG and the D50?
No. So while you're in stealth, swapping keeps you super sneaky.
Oh, but shooting the gun.
Shooting the gun will make you glitch on cameras, yes.
Okay, that makes sense. But not swapping the gun.
No.
What if I just put it in my pocket?
That counts as swapping.
Oh, so we're good. All right. What if I have them both out at the same time?
No. That's just crazy talk.
Okay. And then her secondary gadgets is the Claymore or a breaching charge. Kind of the same question. How do I choose which one to take?
Yeah, it depends on the approach you want, the map you're on. If you're using the breach charge to kind of flank from far away, don't make too much noise with it. It gives you an element of surprise. Otherwise, take the Claymore. It's your best friend. It'll watch your back against any defending roamer.
Nook doesn't really seem like she has any best friends, so it kind of makes sense. It's kind of fitting that the Claymore is just her best friend.
Absolutely.
Although she seems like the kind of person who names her guns, you know?
Hey, you can read into her as much as you want. You can start making your own story for Nook.
We're going to find out her name.
Yes.
So yeah, if you want to have someone watching your back, take the Claymore, and if you want to attempt some solo cap tomfoolery, then go for the breaching charge.
That's it.
Awesome. So let's say that I'm playing Nook. She's great to play, but now I keep seeing the attacking team is choosing Nook, and I want to shut her down.
Right.
So now what do? You told us her strengths. There has to be there has to be a downside to picking her. So it doesn't really seem like there is one. It seems like as long as you're smart and you communicate with your team, she has the headset, that there isn't an operator that directly counters her.
So the best way to counter a Nook is to make sure you know where she is at all times. So you want to bring out barbed wire. You want to place it in front of cameras so that she does glitch or she has to deal with that gadget or move away from it.
So operators like Frost or Legion.
Trap operators are great too. If she steps on a goo mine, she's starting to glitch until she removes it. And Frost, of course, is great too.
And we can see Clash on the screen right now. How does Clash counter her?
So Clash is twofold. You get intel. You can see Nook even when she's as a person roaming the map. So if you can get eyes on her, that's great. And then if you start tasing her with a shield, she'll light up on the camera as well.
Yeah, what does that look like? Do Clash players have to bring a pair of sunglasses now against Nook?
No, it's perfectly fine.
All right, awesome. So that is Nook. Again, she's a very dark, mysterious, terrifying character.
Yes.
I can definitely see her silently stalking you in the night. Let's move on now to the character who would probably rather have all of your eyes on him. Both of your eyes.
Right.
Everyone's eyes.
Everyone's eyes on Warden.
Right. Who is Warden?
So Warden is a really experienced Secret Service agent. He has 30 years plus history of protecting government officials, even President Baldwin. So he comes to the Rainbow Six team with a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, we can tell by the art here. He looks very posh, very secret agent. He looks a little overconfident, but also that he can back it up. Is that how he plays?
Absolutely, yeah. He's got the intel. He can hunker down as an anchor and protect the team and give them a lot of good communication.
And his gadget is the smart glasses. We also saw in the video that he was going for his watch. Does he have two gadgets? Is it?
So his watch actually activates his smart glasses, and that's what cleanses the flash, makes him see through smoke, and look really stylish.
And you gave us an interesting fact for Nook. Do you have one for Warden?
Sure. Actually, the team was working on a Jaeger alternative when they were first working on Warden. And actually, the more they actually played around with it, they found that it was more interesting playing with the effects of projectiles than destroying the projectiles themselves. So he kind of morphed away from an alternative to something special on his own.
Yeah, he's quite a different operator now. Awesome. So let's start taking a look at his loadout then. For his primary, he has the MPX and a shotgun. And then for his secondary, he has an SMG and the P10.
Yes.
Tell us about this, with special emphasis on the P10.
Well, you take the P10 if you want to really role play the secret agent, of course. The shotgun is for making those rotation holes, making sure you have a great place to fall back to if you're getting pushed too hard on an objective. And the SMG just lends a little bit of lethality to his kit.
The P10 is very secret agent. Was that intentional?
Everything seems to work really well with Warden, yeah.
It seems that way, yeah. And then his secondary gadgets is the barbed wire or deployable shield. How do I choose which one to take? Is it map dependent, playstyle dependent?
Warden is really useful against well-coordinated teams, but if they're really aggressive, you want to slow that down. So use the barbed wire, make sure you get intel on where they're coming from. Otherwise, if you want to be really safe, bring the shield. You can drop it down, hide behind it, and really hunker.
I like how instead of get down, Mr. President, Warden is more take my deployable shield, Mr. President.
Yes, in his Kentucky accent.
Oh, jeez. I can't do that one.
Okay, yeah, don't try Kentucky accent.
So my Canadian accent popping out. So let's now say that I am a blitz main, and I keep seeing that the defending team is picking Warden. What do I do? Do I have to swap off? And if so, who do I swap to counter Warden?
So you can still keep your blitz main. What you want to try to do is bait out his ability. As soon as he uses it and then deactivates it, he has a fixed cooldown, so you want to really push when that cooldown is in effect.
And you can hear when he uses the gadget.
If you're super close, you'll actually be able to hear it, yeah.
Okay. And is he just a sitting duck to IQ? Can IQ just always see where he is? Because I'm guessing he can't just take off his smart glasses and put them in his pocket.
So IQ will be able to spot him out if he's actually using the gadget.
Oh, so when they're turned off, they're
Yep.
not transmitting.
That's right.
Awesome. So did Warden know about IQ before he joined Rainbow?
I think it's more like good battery usage.
Makes sense.
Yes.
And then I also have to ask, because they do touch on it in the video as well, what does Warden's matchup against Glaz look like? Because they can both see through smoke. Is there even a matchup?
You don't want to get into a one-on-one fight with Glaz. He'll clearly outrange you, but both of them work well countering each other, especially Warden. If you are facing a Glaz team where they're smoking and planting, he's great to provide that intel when someone's planting. He can request a C4 being thrown in. He's super useful.
Right, so he can beat Glaz through a supportive role, while Glaz beats him just through a my gun's bigger than yours role.
Yes.
Awesome. So that is the first look at the brand new two operators of Operation Phantom Sight.